Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Trailblazers podcast. Today's topic is about aesthetics and cosmetology, and I'm sure you're going to gain a lot of useful knowledge from this episode. Our today's guest is Dr. Rashmi Nandkishore. She is a renowned cosmetologist and aesthetics expert, and she has an experience of more than 16 years as an entrepreneur. She is someone you can learn tons and tons from. She's the managing director and founder of Riva Institute of Aesthetics in Dubai, and she is also the director of Riva Laser Medical Center. Let's hear it from her. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi Norshin, thank you. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
You're welcome. I'm very, very honored to have you with us today.
My honor too.
So tell us about your journey. First thing first, you have transitioned from medicine to aesthetics. What caused the transition?
I was born and brought up in Bangalore, India, and then got married to a doctor, Dr. Nandkishore. I had completed my MBBS and I had two daughters, Sonal and Sharon, who are doctors now already.
Wow.
So when I moved here, before coming here, I had finished my MBBS and then I was working in a cancer hospital. At that time, being a female, you have by default the passion towards aesthetics, right? But for at that time, for MBBS doctors or even for dermatologists, there was no much options for beautifying people. One, if you want to get beautified, you have to go to salon or to a plastic surgeon. So two ends were there. Not in a non-invasive procedures or minimal invasive procedures was not there. Okay, especially from the area in Bangalore. When I moved to Dubai, and I saw that there is a huge difference here. Where aesthetics is rapidly growing here, and then there was introduction of Botox, fillers, and then the non-invasive facelift and all those things where a doctors and then the dermatologist could involve. That is how from my MBBS medicinal profession, I started showing interest in aesthetics. So then I developed my skills and knowledge towards, I had passion towards it, but I did not know the way to develop that. And this, coming to Dubai, I started developing the interest towards it. So that is why, though when I came, I was actually not sure whether how will my career grow here? Will I be in a GP doctor throughout, or what am I going to do there with the small kids in my hands? They were just 4 and 5 years at that time when I got my daughters. Yeah. So, but it's a wonderful journey. Yeah. So, if I had not come to Dubai, I don't think so I would have taken up the path of aesthetics. So, because I moved to Dubai and because I saw that everybody were looking gorgeous here. And when I did my research, so realized that yes, this is a place and this is the profession I would like to choose.
So 16 years down the lane now, you've come so far. How do you feel about it as a trailblazer? Yes, I've done it.
Yeah, I still feel that I've just did the inauguration this few days back, So in 2010, before opening my own business, when I came here, I was working as a center manager in one of the corporate companies. Then I was called to become the head of the department of beauty therapy, where we were teaching EdExcel BTech qualifications in beauty therapy in one of the universities in Sharjah. So there, my passion to start business was always there, but did not get the right time. So when I was teaching there, I said, no, I want to pursue my dream. I have to start my business. So that is how I started my business as a clinic, Riva Laser Medical Center, and then the Riva Institute of Aesthetics. First, of course, when I started my clinic, there was a huge gap. We did not have therapists. For me to get even the laser technician, it was so difficult.
Yeah.
And getting a skilled beauty therapist or the laser technician was a big challenge that I had to face.
How did you overcome it?
I started my own center. I started my own institute. Thanks to my previous employer, where I was training international qualification of affiliated UK qualification BTech. So that made my path easier. So I could introduce the same thing, got the DHA approval, and then I started that courses. So once I started that course, it was much easier, not only for me, most of the clinics in Dubai, they started hiring our students. So this was a great opportunity for me, and that is how I built. And now you asked me, how is this path and how do I feel about it? One is that this path, the journey of this path was excellent. I love challenges. I'm a daredevil person, so trying to explore a lot of things. Sometimes too much dareness is also not good, but yeah, luckily the universe was with me. So went very smoothly everything. And today, when I turn back, when I see my own students, and when they tell me that you are my role model, you inspire me, I feel, yes, I have achieved something in my life. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Riva was one of the pioneering clinics here, especially in aesthetics and cosmetology. During your journey, what different phases did you go through?
Okay, you're talking about the challenges
Yes,
that I
like
had to
the first
face,
step,
right?
the second step, the third step.
Okay. So the first step is because when we came here, when I decided that yes, I have to start my own business, and then I didn't want to start like a small segment, So and I had to take care of my little girls also. So there was a family and the business challenges that I had to fix it. Then the second thing that came up was the funding, and this was a new country. When I came here, within 4 years, I started my own business. So 4-5 years. So funding wasn't a big issue. So luckily, when I was working in the institute, I told you the university. So some funds accumulated because everything was planned, and then some loan that I took. So fund was taken care. Then came the challenges of staff sourcing. The HR challenges, then building up the reputation, understanding the government rules and regulations, and the challenges of language barrier that I had because I didn't know Arabic. So, and many a times now it is much easier. Everything is online, and then even when you go to the departments, you can see many of them speaking in English. At that stage, 2 decades, it was not that easy, and everything we had to personally drive, sit there and understand, then come back. So those things were a lot of challenges at that time. And as I told you, I am the consistency and hard work definitely wins everything. So my journey, whatever the challenges that I had with the sourcing, with the marketing, because I come from a medical background. So marketing and business is not to the slightest of my knowledge. This is something that I had to learn. So, and I learned it through the journey. One thing I always kept in mind was to be honest, to work hard, and to understand the desire, the requirement of my clients. Or of my patients. I don't call them patients because they're not my patients, they are my clients, because they come here to beautify themselves, not with a disease. So their happiness is my success. So keeping this as my principles, I proceeded, and rest is the story.
Did you have any mentor in your journey, someone who guided you through and through and held your hand through its challenges?
No. Unfortunately, I did not have that luxury of having a mentor, because as I told you, in my family, my father was a government employee in Bangalore. So my mom is a housewife. My husband is a perfect doctor, is a specialist physician working in an MC specialty hospital. So there was no mentors. I had to learn everything by myself. That was even more made my path difficult, but I'm happy about it.
We learn from our journey.
Yes,
That's the
yes,
truth.
yes,
The
yes.
experience
Yeah.
grooms us. It makes us more bold, more confident.
Exactly,
It helps us
exactly.
achieve
Very
more.
true, very true. Being a founder and being the owner of Riva, even a smallest dissatisfaction of clients is a sleepless night for me. Why? What happened? You have to address that. Convert them to a happy customer. So with that, yes, things are happening. And then my main journey and my main principle is to make sure that my students and my customers are happy.
Great, good to know this. What came first, the aesthetics training institution or the laser medical center?
Clinic.
The clinic.
Yeah,
Okay.
clinic came first and then my institute. But in a very short duration of time. As I told you, when I started my clinic, there was no proper staff. And when I hired them, they didn't know proper knowledge or skills. So in a very short period, I started my institute also.
Very impressive. How do you feel as an educator in this industry? Do you believe that people have more desire to acquire knowledge and training in this industry or less? Are there any differences as compared to other industries?
See, this industry, every day there is a new innovation coming up, and Dubai is a global hub for aesthetics. Everybody flies down to Dubai to get their aesthetic treatments. Everybody flies down to Dubai to exhibit their products and devices. So we are pushed to upscale ourselves every day. So if you are sitting back, that means that you're out of the market. So you have to coach yourself, you have to upscale yourself, you have to develop your skills and knowledge every day. And Dubai pushes us. It has a high standards and then high level of innovations. So by default, you are forced to improve your knowledge and skills. So coaching plays a big role. Yeah, so there is no way where you can ignore developing yourself.
How do you strike balance within so many roles? You are a trainer and an educator also, you're a service provider also, you're a mom also, then you have your personal aspirations towards expanding your business as well. How do you balance all of this?
First thing is that time management. Like the way you list it, and what you listed is just maybe 20-30% of it. So time management is a big thing. And then second is a proper planning, a strategical planning for all these things, because this is a business and there are a lot of competitions happening, so with respect to innovations, with respect to my own students are my competitors, and I know that they're going to be my competitors tomorrow.
You're training them for the future.
I'm training them and I tell them also. Today morning also I was taking the laser classes, and every class I take, I tell them, tomorrow you're going to be my competitors. So when you are my competitors, I want you to standardize to the extent that you will be to my competition, right? So all these things can happen only if we are strategically planning, and then we balance with the time management. Otherwise, with one silly mistakes or one mistake, our business can collapse.
Yeah.
And once the business is collapsed, that we have staff who are dependent on us, dependent on me for their livelihood, and their life also collapses. Yeah. So there is no way where I can relax and take things easily. There were as I told you in the beginning, I was not knowing business, where there were so many times I had to fall and get up, fall and get up, so life was not easy at that time. And then we had decided, me and my husband had decided one thing, that his salary will not be taken at any cost for my business. There is one stability financially, so that the family is running smoothly. So everything is dependent on what I get, the profit, what I make from my business, right? So that planning was very clear with us, and based on that planning, I had to take care of it. And there are so many endless nights where I've gotten up in the middle, sat with the book and pen, and started writing what should be the strategies for marketing, what should be the strategies for a lot of things has happened. So without that, I don't think so, whether it is a small business or a big business, this is very important.
Consistency,
hard work, honesty, discipline, all these things should be part and parcel of your everyday life.
good planning.
Yeah.
Yes. So as a leader, what message you will give to the emerging entrepreneurs
In aesthetics.
in aesthetics?
Okay. My message is very simple. Please do not start business in aesthetics just because somebody is funding you, or just because this is a glamorous word, or just because this business gives you huge profit. That is not true. If you have skill, if you have knowledge, if you have passion added to these two elements, only then start your business. Otherwise, our customers' skin, hair, and body, and what we do on them is priceless. You cannot risk with that, right? My knowledge and my skill helps me 50%. Aesthetic is not just the science, it's an art, right? So you have to blend it. To blend it, you should have passion, which gives you that creativity, and your knowledge and skills, which helps you in giving them the right treatment. So blending these two things is the one which takes you to the next level. Otherwise, it's very difficult to be successful. What happens is, at the end of the day, I've seen my own students, I've seen many of my friends, where they see that, if they are making so much of money, even we can make. They start with that, and then they don't collapse alone. They collapse the market also. So where giving an ethical practice, giving them a right treatment will be questionable. So having passion, skill, and knowledge is very, very important if at all you want to start this business. Otherwise, if you want to be only a business, there are so many businesses. Choose.
So is aesthetics industry only for women?
Very good question and very interesting. You will be surprised that 20 years back, when I entered into this industry, as I told you, when I came to Dubai, I got into this industry. That time, men thought that grooming themselves was a feministic thought. They were not into it. Today, if I have to tell you the revenue that I generate between the two genders, it will be like 60-40. So they also feel, men also feel that it's 40%, and sometimes it is, in certain months it is vice versa. I see that the revenue generated by men will be more than the treatments what females are taking. So what does that indicate? That they see that even men also see the importance of grooming themselves, looking professional, looking elegant, enhancing their features. It is no more, it's a female oriented industry. It is equally both. And even in the product wise, if you take the retail products, you will be surprised that the industry is increasing with the men retail product. So it is no more just consigned or just limited to females. Not only skin, hair, even body, taking care of body. And I think you will agree also, the gym goers nowadays is more compared to females now, right? So they want to look good. They want to feel more confident. Now I have many men coming and saying that, doctor, when I sit in front of in the corporate meeting, when they're looking at me, even though they're not looking at my pigmentation, I'm conscious that they're looking at my pigmentation, or I'm conscious that they're looking at my wrinkles. So this is the story what I hear now, which was not there. When I talk to my dad about that, dad, please come, let me do for your fine lines and wrinkles, and he has a lot of DPNs. He says, no, it's okay. He has DPNs. We do day in and day out removal of DPNs. My dad is okay with that. 80 plus is absolutely fine. But 1 or 2 DPNs you see with the younger generation, they're coming and removing it now. So that is the trend, what is happening. So, and I think that is good for the society also. You get to see that well-groomed, confident, and then noticeably handsome and increasing their features. So the contribution to the aesthetics is equal between men and women.
So what are the trends these days related to non-invasive treatments? I have heard that there were like 35,000 searches per month quite consistently, like up and down, for just the Botox treatment only in Dubai. I was recently checking the statistics. So do you believe that people are going for non-surgical, non-invasive treatments? They're looking for something which is more sustainable in the long term than going for otherwise?
Yes, like the way I mentioned in the beginning, either you go just for the facials or a facials threading and waxing to look good, or you go to a plastic surgeon. Okay, now, no. There is non-invasive and minimal invasive procedures which can enhance your beauty. If a 60-year woman comes to you, and then when she comes, within 1 hour you can make her look like 50 years old.
Wow.
And 50 year with 40 years old, and with minimal invasive procedures like facelifting using radio frequency, Faraday treatment, or muscle stimulations, plus your Botox fillers, you can make her look like 10 to 15 years, or even sometimes 20 years younger than what she is looking. Show her the mirror before you start the procedure, make her lie down, and then when she gets up after 1 or 1.5 hours, she can identify herself as, oh my god, this is how I used to look 20 years back. That is the level of innovations that is there now. So you don't have to go to a plastic surgeon to make you look younger now. Just with the non-invasive procedures and with minimal pain. And some of the procedures is not even painful. So with minimal pain or no pain, you can achieve this result. So isn't that wonderful?
That's amazing to know. Do you think that making changes in this way to the way we look as we are aging, do you think that that's something that will make us more artificial?
Okay. Now, artificial when you overdo it. So why do you want to overdo it? Why do you want to paralyze your muscles to such an extent using Botox that you look artificial? Why do you want to overfill with fillers to look artificial?
So how will we know that this much is overdoing and this much is balance doing?
See, the point is, once again, it's a personal choice. Even though I tell some of my customers that you don't have to go for so much of this thing, you just did it recently, so relax, this looks normal and natural. But some customer says, no, I want this way, I want it to enhance more. So it is a customer demand, and they are happy with that look. So when that is happy, that is their desire, so we give them that look. But once again, what the majority of the public accepts it, where it doesn't show that you have done it, and then but still you have done it.
Like the extent of service that will sustain your natural look and will not reshape everything completely for you.
Exactly. Now, you see, when we are going without minimal invasive procedures like Botox and fillers, where we are using, collagen and elastin boosters or collagen and elastin stimulating devices or the muscle stimulators, so they don't look overdone. Okay, because it's like exercising. When I use EMS device, the ferritic on my face, so I'm exercising. Okay, so when you exercise, you can't overdo it, right? It looks natural. It looks something that your own muscles are tightened and toned and lifted. Your own skin, collagen and elastin, which is reduced due to aging process, you are tapping on it and saying, come on, you can do it, and then you strengthen those collagen and elastin. So those are all natural, where it is a non-invasive procedures. Minimal invasive is your Botox and fillers. That if you can take a control, if my clients understands that overdoing will make them look artificial, so let's go with the minimal and then go stepwise. Many of the customers nowadays, they want natural look, even though they are doing it, but they want to go for natural look. And I would definitely suggest them that please go with a non-invasive procedures. There are n number of advanced technologies which can give you the same result as Botox and fillers, and but still everything has its own limit, isn't it? You can't go beyond that. What surprises me is teenagers at 25 and 30 coming and asking for Botox and fillers. So yeah, it's it's surprising, but it is happening, so which is not required.
Coming to this, what is the correct age during which you should start with Botox and fillers?
Well, I don't pinpoint and say that this is the correct age you have to start. Now, for example, there are so many people over there who have got pre-wrinkles. Because of various factors, they have developed pre-wrinkles. They have developed sagging skin. There you don't have an option. You have to enhance their looks, right? Otherwise, I have seen people going into depressions.
Yeah.
So you don't want them to suffer mentally when you can help them with this. So go ahead. In that scenario where they have clinical conditions because of which they cannot do anything for themselves, it can be at 30, it can be at 40, it can be at 50, but until and unless it is not required, don't go with the minimal invasive procedures like Botox and fillers. Be natural. Go for active exercise. Active facial exercise gives an amazing result, just like our body exercise. So apart from that, yeah,
what is one good active facial exercise for people, let's say 35 to 40?
Okay, now here once again, what is that they have which is not aligning with their facial looks? So if they have to, for example, if they have too much of cheeks or too much of double chin, or the chin is sagging, they want to lift, so various muscles you have to focus, and that muscle has its own exercise. Your YouTube gives you all the information, so you can choose based on which area you want to slim down. Right. So once that is actively practiced, you can see the changes down the line of 15 days to 1 month. Yeah.
Right. So at Riva Training Institute, do you have any training session for such exercises?
Yes, we do have. Yeah. Okay. So one is that we have for the face itself, we have from the basic course, whereas just a facial, to the advanced course of facelifting, firming, and all those things. And we in between, like the way the exercise part of it, we conduct workshops. In at regular intervals, we conduct workshops, which helps many of the ones what we are talking about is more professionally oriented, and what we are talking now, the workshops, is for women like you and me. So we're not looking for the profession in that, but we want to do it for ourselves.
Yeah, like a part of routine.
Part of routine, yes. So we conduct workshops on a regular basis. So in that workshop, we include this segment.
Right. So there are workshops for people who are not pursuing aesthetics and cosmetology as a profession. It's interesting.
Yes.
So how many different kinds of workshops do we have there for ordinary people who are not professionally into beauty business?
See, the first thing is that skincare routine. So how to take care of their skin, because problem what is there is many of the clients, surprisingly, they don't know what type of skin they have. Number one, some of them, they say that they have very sensitive skin, they have oily skin, they have dry skin, where it is totally opposite. And the other thing is that our skin is not constant throughout the year. It changes with the environment. It changes with the product what I'm using. It changes with my physical condition. It changes with if at all I'm not keeping well. It shows on my skin. So there are various factors which influences my skin type. Okay, whether it has to be oily, dry, sensitive, it varies. So based on that, understanding that is very important. After understanding, then what products you use, because supposing if I have oily skin, I have to choose the product which helps in reducing my oily skin. Well, 6 months back I had dry skin. Some doctor had told me that I have dry skin. If I'm using the same dry skin where it is increasing my oil secretion, my sebaceous gland secretion, and now it has become normal or oily, then I have to change my products. So this is something what I was talking to you about, skincare routine. We train them on that to identify their skin on a regular basis and then use the right product for that. Then we also train them on what products helps them to increase or enhance their looks. Then we also train them on makeup, because all of us know how to do makeup, and YouTube, n number of videos are there, but it is not showing, the YouTube is not telling for my facial structure, right? So identifying for the contouring, for their eye looks, and the minimal basic makeup coaching is important, I feel personally.
For every woman, yes.
I feel personally. Sometimes I feel that I have to catch hold of all my friends and give them one workshop on makeup, because they are so beautiful. Every one of us are so beautiful, but in the moment of applying the blush-ons, the foundations, we are making ourselves not good looking for the event. So makeup courses are there, simple hair styling courses are there. Apart from that, we train on these enhancing our looks. Yeah.
Amazing. You have an you have a medical center which is for laser treatments. Now, when it comes to laser treatments, there is a lot of cliche about laser treatments which is going on, and many people who are not aware of the true outcomes of laser treatments are truly afraid of using them. So, tell us more about this. What is suitable? Should we use, let's say, laser hair removal? Should we use laser treatment for our face treatments? Is it safe?
Laser is safe. Laser is definitely safe, and with the evolving technologies now, it is even more safer. It all depends upon two things. One, the device itself, how good the device is in a clinic, and the knowledge and skill and knowledge of that technician who is performing laser on the client. Okay, so if these two are good, one, you invest on millions, and then if the technician is not good at setting the right parameters, she can burn the customer, right? But you invest on a good device and your technician is also good. She knows what is the energy level she has to put and what is the safest level based on the skin conditions, skin color. If she's aware of it, then she can give the best result. Now, coming to the fear. Earlier, when I started, almost around 16 years back, there was a lot of fear in the society that when you do laser it can cause cancer, and then sometimes some people used to ask me, if I do my private parts, is it going to affect my future family planning, such questions. Now I don't see people asking such questions because they're more knowledgeable now. Maybe Google gives them more answers, the AI gives them more answers, so we don't find that. The only fear what they have now is, one, will I get good results? Two, will it burn my skin? Good results, as I told you, good technology, the good device, and then a good technician will definitely give them a good result, and they cannot expect a permanent result. That will not happen. They can expect 60 to 80% reduction over a period of 6 to 8 sessions given at an interval of 1 to 1.5 months. So that is an expected thing. But some clients, they'll come and they ask me, no, you promise me that you'll give me permanent result. And I say that no, that is not science. You cannot promise permanent result because it will never happen. There will be, but then why should I do laser? I'll give you one simple story. That time I used to get a lot of Paris Gallery. Now Paris Gallery is not there. That time, like Sephora, there was a Paris Gallery, and Cabin Cruise and all of them. When they used to come, they used to have a lot of this. Inside you can hide it, but on the face it is not easy to hide. So they used to have, because of their hormonal issues and all those things, so they used to have a beard, sort of man beard sort of hair here grown. And they used to tell me that every day before stepping out they used to pluck every day, and because of the plucking they had got scars also here.
My God.
And some of them housewife, where they were not going out, they used to come and sit and cry in front of me saying that I'm not confident socializing. I feel that my husband is not ready to take me out because of my hair. Now, laser is a blessing. Just in 2 sessions, they could see the difference. And in 6 to 8 sessions, they can be like you and me. Absolutely no hair. And then, of course, they have to maintain it. Yearly 2 times, 3 times they can maintain it, and in between they can shave it. They will be having, but a thick, dense hair will become thin, light and weak hair now. And the regrowth of that hair will be delayed. What they were plucking every day what they were plucking, after laser, they are shaving maybe once a month or twice a month. You see the transition there?
Yes.
So that is the magic what laser does. And as I told you, the technology has improved, the skills and knowledge has improved so much that we don't burn them anymore. And I can give you n number of clients example where when we are doing full body laser to them, they're sleeping, and some of them they snore also. So what am I trying to tell is, it's so comfortable. It's so comfortable that they can relax completely. So that is the level of laser innovation we have, and definitely laser has treated customers, reduced their mental stress, the depression where they were going through, it has solved it. So to many customers, I see that even now, when they say that, oh, I was planning to come from past 6 months, 8 months, this problem is that, I say that 6-8 months? For what reason? Everywhere laser is there. Earlier, yes, you had to depend on newspaper, you would have missed out or this thing. Now that is not the scene. Social media plays a huge role in talking about the benefits of laser, and I think nobody should suffer because they have thick, dense hair.
Yeah.
I think they should not go through this trauma.
There are good solutions available now thanks to the modern technology, of course.
Yeah.
We are talking about hair removal. What about so many people losing their hair in Dubai? This is a big issue. Hair fall.
Yeah, very true.
Hair thinning. Changing the texture of hair due to dry, arid climate. What is the solution here?
Okay, one is the home remedy. lifestyle, taking care of one's own internally, what we are feeding our body. Even after this, yes, you still lose hair because of aging, because of the diseases and disorders. So you do lose hair. So for this, nowadays we have once again PRP. Then next level is growth factor concentration, injecting it. That's a minimal invasive where
Which is the most effective?
See, once again, the product, what you're using, and the skill of the doctor. So if these two are taken care, I think that should give and home care. Home care is very important. You can't expect everything to be done. You come once a month and they do the procedure once a month, and rest of the month also, rest of the days also, you have to feed your follicles with the healthy stuff. If you don't take care of your hair follicles, obviously it will become weak. You can just compare it with a plant. If plant is getting a right amount of nutrition, water, and then the sunlight, it will grow healthy. You can see that the fruits are healthy, the flowers are healthy, the whole plant looks healthy. If you don't water it for 2 to 3 days, what will happen to it? You can start seeing that it is not looking healthy. Similarly with our skin and hair, if you take care of it, it will show that it is healthy and happy. If you're not taking care of it, it will show that you're not taking care of me. That's why I'm leaving you and going, isn't it?
Yes, very true. Thank you so much for beautiful advice. What is your future vision for Riva as a brand?
Okay, I'm very happy and also very excited with the upcoming plans that we have. One is that, of course, my main focus is aesthetics, especially training. So we are planning for the expansion of training. Now we have started in India also, the training, and where slowly and gradually we will be going to the rest of the world, because there are many inquiries from different countries where they wanted our franchises, where we were not ready before, because I was scared of the standardization. I was scared of it might affect the brand and all. Now we are working on it, and then we are collaborating with international associates, and then we are coming up with expansion, global expansion actually. So there is a good planning happening there, and 2026, end of 2026, this will take a bigger shape. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Are
your daughters also pursuing the same field of study?
Well, both my daughters, they completed their MBBS in Dubai, Mohammed bin Rashid University. And then your answer, are they pursuing? No, they're not pursuing. Well, I never forced them to come to my field, because like the way I had passion in this industry, and I'm sure they also have their passion. I gave them the open space. I said, if you come to my field, it's good. It's good for me, it's good for my business, and it's good because it will be a family business. If you're not coming into the same aesthetic field, it is even more better, because I will not regret that I pulled you. You will not regret at one stage that you came because I forced you, number one. And number two is that whichever branch you are in, I can still add that as a polyclinic. My second daughter, she is doing her pediatrics now. She's a resident. My first daughter is doing her internal medicine. So she's joined Australian this thing. So she'll be moving to Australia. But both of them, as of now, they have the plan to come back here. So when they come back, the business remains. The aesthetic will be a part of it. So whatever the branches they are taken up, that will be one of the segment. So it's whether this or this, it's a win-win situation.
No, it's a great thought.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. Like in one place, a lot of care is offered to people who will visit the clinics.
That's exactly. So we can think of cross-selling.
True. What it takes to build a business and then make it a success?
One is that the passion to do that, And the second one is hard work. You should be ready for hard working. You cannot sit and say that, okay, things will run on its own. No, it never happens. You should be the driving force there. If you are not driving your staff, if you are not driving your business, it will collapse. Next is consistency, discipline, honesty. There is no shortcut for this. You cannot become an overnight popular. You cannot make overnight profit. That doesn't happen here. So all the blend of all these things is very, very important for a successful journey. Otherwise, what happens is, somebody is investing, my father is investing, my husband is investing, or my good friend is investing, and I don't know ABCD of it, and I bring one staff from one clinic just because I know her, that she was actively treating me, and she comes in where you don't know she's from the business background or not. She might be good to you with that treatment, but that does not speak about the business, right? So all these dedications, all these factors, the blending of this is very important for a successful business.
Great. Thank you very much. You are a true inspiration. If you have to give a message to the general public, what is it?
Message regarding
finding your true self, message related to life.
Okay, this is very exciting question for me always. I find life has always been fair to everybody, and people mess up. Why do they mess up? According to my opinion, is they take small things to a bigger level. They don't let go things. No strings attached is peaceful to us. You can enjoy your life if you are in a giving position. Give your knowledge, share your benefits with them, help them to grow. The moment you do all these things, and not necessary that whomever you help them to grow will reward you back. Many of them, they show their gratitude. Most of them, they will ignore you. But what we have to believe in is that I don't care whether you are rewarding me or not, but God is there, or the universe is there, which is witnessing all these things, and it is the universe's responsibility to reward me back, right? So I always believed in this. And then the immense happiness I get when I see that my own students have started their own institute or their own clinic, and they're so successful today. And that is, even one female, if she comes and tells me that, or one woman, or one little girl, she comes and tells me that, ma'am, you are my inspiration, you are my role model. Initially I used to think that, role model in what way? And then some of my own family members, when they told me that why I'm a role model or why I'm inspiring others, I understood that yes, this is how everybody should be. They have to inspire. For example, for you and me, our grandmother and mothers are inspiration to cook well. Yes?
True.
So they might be at home. They are inspiration to us to keep our cupboards well.
Yeah.
So like that, everyone can be inspiration to others. And that is what I believe in. Once we inspire others, our life is satisfied.
Amazing message. Thank you so much for today. I truly enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you. Thank you, Noshin. You are an inspiration to me. I've seen your success journey. I've seen your hard work. I've seen your determination. I've seen your consistency. And then that inspires a lot of women in Dubai. And then I hope your journey is growing its ladder day in and day out. And thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you so much. It's an honor for us to have you.